on payday. I know that. Canelo Alvarez getting ready for undisputed versus Caleb Plant. He looks ready to go. The man looks in shape. You see him and Eddie Reynoso. Hey, get the out of here. Canelo's hand speed on point. Let's talk about it. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Listen, I don't know how you arrived at this video, but somehow, some way, you made it. You made it to the video. Help others find this video and this content by clicking the like button. It goes a long way when you guys do that. So please smash the like button so others can find the content. Now, you see from this frame, Canelo Alvarez preparing for his Caleb Plant upcoming fight. Less than 30 days away. He's in shape. He has an interview coming up with Brian Custer of Showtime, and he says that he's ready to go, and right now he's peaking and he's in his prime as far as his career. Now, most would probably suggest that Canelo Alvarez, ever since he fought Floyd Mayweather, he studied the game, seen where he went wrong. Although he never rematched Mayweather, he ended up refining his skills, and he hasn't lost since. Now, I know some people will argue there's some fights that he could have possibly lost. Triple G. Hell no, guys. Hey, Max. Right? Erislandy Lara, another one that comes to mind. But needless to say, Canelo has worked hard to get where he's at, and he continues to do so. And I like this fight, man. Ego Weight Watchers, aka Ill, where I give you a look into the fighter lifestyle before, after, and progress pictures, especially when that upcoming fight. So November 6th, I think, is the actual date. I'm definitely going to be tuned in. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel so I can go over the fight. We're doing the Boxingego watch party. Should be an epic time. Canelo Alvarez, one thing I like too, and I posted this on my Twitter if you follow me at Boxingego, is Canelo Alvarez is now appealing to a wider audience with the simple switch that he's done recently. I don't know if some of you guys have seen it. He's incorporated his second language. We all know he's from Guadalajara, Mexico, and his primary or first language is Spanish. However, over the years since he's been here since he's like 19. He hasn't publicly said too much English, like to the point where he's conducting interviews in English for whatever reason. I don't know if it's an insecurity because it's a second language, or, you know, he wanted to keep working on it. I don't know. You'd have to ask him. But lately, he's been using his English and doing full-on statements and press conference, and it's been lit. I really dig English-speaking Canelo, and I think that's great for his brand, especially fighting an American fighter like Caleb Plant. This is an American guy who's a champion, and I think it just builds up because what Canelo is saying and responding, and then Caleb Plant understands what he's saying. Because sometimes you have people, and if there's a language barrier, you could tell by body language if someone's cussing you out, things like that. But now Canelo has made this switch and he's incorporating more English. And I heard he's used his English like back in the day, like with Ryan Garcia and stuff. And we got little small excerpts and snippets of it. When he was fighting Floyd Mayweather in 2013, he said, "I was born ready." But it was more like these Arnold Schwarzenegger, "Yeah, get to the chopper. What are you doing? Get down. Like, I'll be back." He was just saying these small taglines. But that's just a side note. This fight should be amazing. Caleb Plant just did a media day, the fight week of Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, which was an epic, crazy fight on Fox. Canelo versus Plant is on Showtime, both networks that work with premier boxing champions. And Caleb Plant, at his media day, he sounded confident, he looked in shape. And you see these clips that I had played earlier of Canelo Alvarez, and he looks ready to go. He does have the sweatsuit, sauna suit, so shedding pounds, got plenty of time to fully lose the weight. But most importantly, you could tell that Canelo Alvarez is in shape. He's in shape right now. So I can't wait for it. It's going to be a very interesting fight, given the fact that both fighters are promising different outcomes. Or actually, let me say that again. Both fighters are promising the same outcome. So what does that tell you? Unless the fight's a draw, somebody got to be lying. Somebody's not going to have their hand raised. Somebody's not going to have a belt at the end of the night, and somebody's going to grow on to be undisputed. So anytime you have a fight like that with sheer willpower, a contrast of styles, which is evident. Canelo is a great fighter, fast hands, deceptively fast hands. Caleb Plant has fast hands, great jab. I've seen fights where he pumped out 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe even more jabs in a row to keep his opponent at bay. And importantly, the style that is giving Canelo problems more often than not. Like, yeah, Triple G gave Canelo some problems, but he's different because he's a boxer with the jab and a lot of power. He has a lot of power and a great jab. So just basic, even though Floyd told you, Triple G, hey, no, guys, hey, Mexican style, everybody. Yeah, smash. Right? Even though Floyd told you years ago that Triple G was straight up and down, no special effects, it works for him just because he has incredible power and a fundamental tool, which is probably the first punch they teach you when they get you on offense in a boxing gym, which is a jab. So that did give Canelo problems, and he's bigger than Canelo, right? But outside of Triple G, really boxers have given Canelo the most issue. Erislandy Lara, of course, his only loss, Floyd Mayweather, right? Austin Trout gave issue. Even Alfonso Gomez, if you go look, that was on a Mayweather undercard. They built Canelo Alvarez on Mayweather undercards, and people don't, there's like, I see a lot of the Canelo fans want to beef with Floyd Mayweather, but Floyd Mayweather is also partly responsible for Canelo's success because that's how they groomed him and put him on Mayweather undercards. He was on the Victor Ortiz undercard. He fought Shane Mosley on a Mayweather undercard, etc. Alfonso Gomez. But that's a whole nother story. You know, that's a whole nother conversation. But the bottom line is Canelo has had some issue with guys who can box, and definitely guys who can box and move, to the point where Canelo's team, at one point, they said, we ain't fighting nobody. Even when it was a relevant fight, it's not really a relevant fight now because things have changed. But before he lost to Billy Joe Saunders and been inactive, Willie Monroe was a name that was on HBO, fought Triple G, and Canelo's team straight out said, we're not fighting him. We don't like his style. He's a runner, or whatever they said. And they publicly admitted that that's not the style they're fond of. And even in the press conference for the Caleb Plant fight, you heard Canelo, he says, we know what you're going to do. Run, 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 run. So it's already planting the seeds, no pun intended. Get it? Caleb Plant, planting the seeds. Planting the seeds that, hey, if this guy is hard to track down, then he ran. And to me, that's a bit lame because there's so many layers to the sweet science, and you only see certain fighters get bashed for quote unquote running or using movement. But again, these are deeper conversations. Maybe we'll have sometime on the channel. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know how I did. If you enjoy the content, subscribe for more boxing. This is your one-stop shop. My name is Ego. Subscribe, like the video. I'm out.